Welcome to a quiet corner of the world, where the air is still and the morning is just beginning to wake. In this garden, the light is a soft silver promise, turning every leaf into a jewel and every path into a story. Let us walk slowly, breathing in the scent of wet earth and fresh blooms, as we discover the hidden magic tucked away in the pristine dew. I pause at the edge of the sanctuary, looking across the space where a crystal-clear water feature with smooth river rocks sits in perfect stillness. From this distance, the garden feels like a painted masterpiece, held in a delicate balance of light and shadow. The water is so clear it seems to hold the very sky within its depths, unruffled by any breeze. Each stone at the bottom is polished and bright, reflecting the purity of the early hour. The entire scene is framed by the soft blue haze of the morning mist. It is a moment of total clarity before the world begins its busy hum. I kneel down on the cool, damp earth, tracing the clean edges of the jet-washed granite doorstep with my fingertips. The stone is cold and solid beneath my touch, washed clean by the night and now glistening with a fine layer of moisture. Looking up from this low vantage point, the world seems grander, more intimate, and filled with tiny wonders. I notice how the moisture clings to the grain of the granite, catching the first sharp rays of the sun. There is a profound sense of permanence here, an invitation to stay grounded in the present. The morning air feels crisp against my skin as I admire the meticulous care of this threshold. I wander slowly toward the center of the garden, my footsteps silent as I drift past the perfectly edged emerald lawn. The grass is a deep, vibrant green, each blade standing tall and heavy with the weight of the silver dew. I walk along the perimeter, feeling the coolness radiating from the earth as the sun begins to climb higher. The lines are so sharp and clean, a testament to the loving hands that tend this private sanctuary. It feels as though I am walking through a dream, where every detail is rendered in high definition. The simple act of moving through this space brings a sense of deep, rhythmic peace. slightly toward the texture of the teak Adirondack chairs with ivory cushions, watching the stillness of the fabric in the morning light. The wood is smooth and warm-toned, contrasting beautifully with the pristine white of the padded seats. I focus on the way the moisture has beaded on the armrests, tiny spheres of light waiting for the sun to drink them away. It is an inviting spot, a place where time seems to slow down and allow for long, wandering thoughts. Even without sitting, the mere presence of such comfort makes me feel entirely at home. The garden holds me in its gentle embrace, offering a quiet chair for a soul in need of rest. From a distance, I catch a glimpse of the symmetrical lavender borders in slate edging, framing the entrance with a soft purple haze. The entire garden seems to stretch out from this point, organized and elegant in its morning finery. The sharp lines of the slate contrast with the soft, cloud-like texture of the lavender plants. I stand still for a moment, letting the vastness of the manicured landscape wash over me. The light is clean and sharp, highlighting the geometry of the garden beds against the soft morning sky. It is a view that speaks of order, beauty, and the quiet joy of a new day. I reach for a petal, kneeling on the cool stone to observe the silver-leafed dusty miller plants growing low to the ground. Their leaves feel like velvet, soft and fuzzy, holding onto the dew as if they were made of frost. I trace the intricate lace-like patterns of the foliage, marveling at the quiet complexity of nature. From this low angle, the garden becomes a forest of textures and subtle shades of gray and green. The mist still clings to the base of the plants, creating a private world just inches from the soil. It is a humble beauty found only by those willing to look closely. Stepping further in, I stroll past the sculpted topiary cones that stand like silent sentinels along the path. My gaze follows their perfect, spiraling shapes, noting how the morning moisture has turned them into glistening emerald sculptures. I walk with a slow, deliberate pace, letting the symmetry of the garden guide my spirit toward a sense of balance. The air is filled with the clean scent of boxwood and damp grass, refreshing and sharp. Each cone is trimmed to perfection, a clear sign of a garden that is deeply cherished. The rhythm of my walk matches the steady pulse of the awakening world. I focus my eyes on the tempered glass garden table holding a crystal carafe, leaning toward the texture of the cold surface. The glass is covered in a fine veil of condensation, hiding the reflections of the overhanging trees. As the sun hits the carafe, it sends splinters of light dancing across the patio tiles like tiny stars. I watch the stillness of the water inside, a mirror to the peaceful atmosphere that surrounds me. Everything is pristine, untouched by the chaos of the day, waiting in a state of perfect readiness. The clarity of the glass seems to sharpen my own thoughts, bringing a sense of quiet focus. Pausing at the edge of the central patio, I look across the lawn toward the whitewashed brick perimeter wall. It stands bright and clean against the soft greens of the garden, a sturdy boundary that keeps the outside world at bay. The morning light hits the bricks, making them glow with a soft, pearlescent quality through the thinning mist. From here, the garden feels like a secret world, a safe harbor tucked away from the passage of time. The wall is a silent guardian, wrapped in the moisture of the dawn. It defines the limits of this paradise, making the space within feel even more precious. I kneel down on the swept porch, tracing the texture of the polished brass doorbell reflecting the sunrise. The metal is smooth and cold, glowing with a rich golden hue that seems to capture the very essence of the morning light. In its curved surface, I see a distorted miniature version of the entire garden, a tiny world of green and gold. I imagine the soft sound it would make, a gentle announcement of a friend arriving for tea. For now, it remains silent, a gleaming detail in the quiet theater of the porch. The morning dew has left tiny tracks upon the brass, like secrets written in water. Turning toward the structured pergola with clipped ivy, I walk slowly beneath the living ceiling of green leaves. The ivy is thick and healthy, trimmed so neatly that it follows the lines of the timber with mathematical precision. I feel the temperature drop slightly as I enter the shade, the air smelling of deep earth and wet foliage. The light filters through the leaves in broken patches, creating a mosaic of brightness on the ground below. It is a place of transition, a bridge between the open sky and the intimate nooks of the garden. My footsteps echo softly on the stone, a gentle reminder of the journey. I lean toward the texture of the pristine white rosebuds with water-heavy petals, my gaze resting upon their delicate, unfurling hearts. They are so perfect they hardly seem real, each bud encrusted with droplets that look like liquid diamonds. The weight of the moisture makes them bow their heads slightly, a gesture of quiet humility in the morning sun. I can almost smell the faint, clean scent they release into the damp air, a fragrance that defines the cottage spirit. They are the jewels of the garden, protected by the cool shadows and the morning dew. I watch them in silence, appreciating a beauty that requires no words. pause at a distance, looking across the entrance where the freshly painted white picket gate stands open to the world. It looks so bright and inviting against the deep greens of the surrounding hedges, a symbol of hospitality and peace. The morning light catches the top of each picket, creating a rhythm of light and shadow that leads the eye inward. From here, the entire journey ahead looks like a promise of tranquility, a path toward a slower way of being. The gate is a simple threshold, yet it marks the beginning of a profound transformation. I feel a sense of lightness as I prepare to wander further into the heart of the garden. I kneel on the cool stone, tracing the texture of the polished slate garden path that winds its way through the flower beds. The slate is dark and sleek, its surface turned into a mirror by the heavy morning dew. I feel the smooth, flat planes of the stone, noting how the sharp edges define the boundaries of the growing things. From this low angle, the path looks like a river of silver gray, leading toward the mysteries of the backyard. The moisture makes the colors of the stone deeper and more intense, a beautiful contrast to the bright greens of the lawn. It is a solid foundation for a morning of quiet exploration. I wander slowly past the high-gloss navy wooden bench, brushing my fingertips against the cool, smooth finish of the backrest. The color is deep and sophisticated, a perfect anchor for the vibrant colors of the surrounding blooms. I imagine sitting here for hours, watching the light change and the garden breathe as the sun climbs higher. The wood feels solid and well-maintained, a place of rest that has been prepared with great care. It sits in a quiet corner, surrounded by the soft rustle of leaves and the distant song of birds. I lean toward the texture of the stainless steel wind chimes, watching the stillness of the metal tubes as they catch the morning light. They hang motionless in the heavy air, their polished surfaces reflecting the garden in long, shimmering streaks. I wait for a breath of wind to stir them, imagining the clear, metallic song they would sing to the waking flowers. For now, they are a visual symphony, a modern touch in a landscape of timeless nature. The dew has formed a single perfect drop at the tip of the longest chime, clinging on with quiet persistence. I catch a glimpse through the gap in the hedges of the framed mirror focal point on the far fence, reflecting a distant slice of the garden. From this wide perspective, the mirror acts as a window into another world, doubling the beauty of the morning light. It creates an illusion of infinite space, making the boundaries of the garden feel soft and limitless. The frame is crisp and clean, a silver line that catches the sun and draws the eye toward the horizon. Everything is in its place, a masterclass in balance and pristine design. Drifting past the swept limestone porch, I let my gaze rest upon the hand-carved oak welcome beam that guards the entrance. The wood is rich with history and craftsmanship, its texture softened by the morning mist that still hangs in the rafters. I feel a sense of profound homecoming, as if the garden itself is greeting me with a warm, silent embrace. The air here is still and fragrant, a mixture of ancient wood and fresh, damp air. This is a place where one could stay forever, watching the seasons turn and the dew fall every morning.